Hello, Shooty. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I find this video to be informative. Please subscribe, download. Please keep the comments clean. This video is honestly, it's not necessarily entrepreneurship, but it's got a lot to do with it. The country you live in matters, and it matters a lot. Me coming from a first world nation like America and moving to a third world nation like Nigeria, it's never been easy, and it never truly gets easy. From culture differences, to dealing with a different environment, different kinds of people, dealing with very, 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 very few people that understand you. It's very, very different, and um, that's essentially, to tell you the truth, that's essentially what it means to sacrifice. That's what it means to sacrifice for something you really believe in. Um, um, leaving a nation you grow up in and just going to a brand new nation that you technically know nothing about. And so it's not easy, and I just thank my maker that um, I am just put with certain people that are very understanding. Let's put it that way. Granted, some people I deal with, I don't know, but very few um, actually understand, and they try to understand somebody's perspective coming from a first world nation. So it matters what country you live in. Even when it comes to running a business and owning a business, it matters what country you live in. So it's just my sober idea for today. Um, what country you live in matters. The country you reside in matters a lot. Um, it doesn't mean that just because you live in a nation that's third world and terrible doesn't mean you can't attain success. Um, but you got to be honest with yourself. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder in that third world nation. It's going to be harder in a developing nation to reach your goal, to reach your dream. Than it would be in a first world nation with an abundance of libraries, books, an abundance of bookstores. Living in America, we take a lot of things for granted, right down to the church we go to, our religion. We take a lot of things for granted because when you move to a third world nation and are just taken back of the amount of lack and the amount of like uh, 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 in that third world nation, you know, you know, you begin to really understand how good you were really enjoying back in America, back in a first world nation. Even how good you were able to just right down to your friendships and your and right down to, believe it or not, worshiping God. The way you feel is best for you. So the country you live in matters. But one thing I know is that extraordinary people uh, were once broken. One thing I know is that every great hero was once broken, and and great monuments are created in difficulty. Pleasure seekers do not create great monuments. Pleasure seekers, people take the easy route. Um, they live as nobodies and they die as nobodies. Nobody cares about those people. It's people that suffer. It's people that sacrifice greatly. That build monuments that wow the world. So remember that. Remember that when you're talking to somebody that has made a big time sacrifice. Remember that when you're talking to somebody that you don't really know like that, because you don't really know that person. You don't really know what that person is capable of doing. So the country you live in matters, and it matters a lot. Thank you. Take care.